big jolly energy from Junji Ito. Jolly Ito. Beep 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 boop 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 beep. I feel like Mr. Krabs sometimes when I'm doing my beeps and boops. Play that next song again. The one that goes boo boo beep boo boo bob boo beep bob. Boo boop beep boop boo boo bob. Beep 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 beep. So jolly. Beep 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 deep 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 cheep 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 cheep. What the fuck? No. Einhander. Did I not change it? I must have forgotten. Yeah, change it to Einhander. Thank you. There we go. No, I totally did change it. What the fuck? Edit. I'm getting really tired of Restream fucking up my shit, by the way. Like, why don't you just do what you're fucking told and leave my shit alone? Game title Einhander. Yeah, that's what it says. What do you mean stream finished? You're really fucking up my shit. Restream, it's getting really tiring. I'm really done with it. I don't know why it does this, man. It's driving me nuts, though. It drives me up a fucking wall. I have to change like 3 titles. I have to change the titles through Restream first, wait for it to update, and then go over to each one individually and change it as well. It's been a nightmare, and I'm not very happy about it. Did I change it over? Yes, I did. I did, didn't I? Okay, so that's fine. That's good. Alright, should be fine now. I just need to give it... I always just need to give it a minute. But now I need to change my YouTube link on everything. So let's just take this and boops. It's a completely different YouTube link. Right, okay. Create new post. Yep, I gotta change out all my YouTube links. Really great. Really, really awesome they did this to me. That's just fantastic. It's not the end of the world. It just adds inconvenience where there doesn't need to be any. I need to look into alternatives to Restream, but like Restream's fine. It's just I gotta completely remake this post. Oh my god! Delete, yes, delete the post off of the Reddit. Because, yeah, I was battling with this shit yesterday, and it was driving me up a fucking wall then. Because it's like, everyone's like, oh, you're still playing Hexalogic, and I'm like, I'm not. I changed it, and it's like... No, you didn't. And it's like, I did. And then apparently I didn't, because Fucking Restream's a piece of shit. I want to still stream to YouTube at the same time, though. I'm tired of the fucking annoyance. Like, just stop it. I'm gonna leave the title blank on Restream. Okay. Restream keeps changing, ending my YouTube stream. There we go. Let's see if there's a help for that. You what? You what, TJ? You what? Huh? Explain yourself. Oh, that's not... Oh, that ain't blackmail. I don't care if people know that. It's funny, though. Alright, we'll post it again to the Reddit. Dang it. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like Splatoon. It was terrible. It was not Splatoon at all. I was very disappointed. Now, like, all I have is foam stars. Dang it. You almost got me. To the bonds that were forged in our past. History. I think I've been banned from r/PSX, but I'm still gonna try. Even though the system is not called the PSX, it's called the PS1. And I'm stronger for the time I shared with you. Why do they call it that? I have no idea. Isn't that weird? I've seen, because like in America it's called the PS1 or the PlayStation, and that's it. Like the newer systems were labeled the PS and then OUNE, so like you could technically pronounce it Pasone if you wanted to, but most people don't because they're not insane. I like that idea. Just like the peace zone, it's like, alright, Grandpa. You're too far gone. Some dream keeps me going through the night. Some dream keeps me going through the night. Love this fucking song. So good. So true. Alright, we're almost ready. Poishon. Alright, that's done. And we're posting that. And this... Poisson? Poisson? But yeah, PSX is such a weird way to pronounce it. I've never gotten that. I've never understood where that came from. Like, I guess if it's like, oh, it's the dev name, and it's like, yeah, but we're not the developers, dude. We're just peoples. Feeling so jolly right now. Do you think Junji Ito would be a fan of me because I'm a cat? Think he'd like my streams? I sure hope so. Einhander? Did I spell it wrong? Oh, it's the pronunciation. Einhander. Right. Let's hope game audio picks up. Let us hope. Come on, please, game audio, do your thing. Countdown. 94. 0. No game data. Game data cannot be saved without entering a name.
There was a time in the era of great chaos when the Earth and the Moon
Midgar?
war with each other.
Okay. Ah.
From the moon piloted a bizarre aircraft. It was feared, and because of its shape, called Einhander.
This is kind of awesome. Hell yeah. Ooh, very Ava Unit 1 looking. I like the face specifically. Einhander. Fucking awesome. Wow, look at that fucking start screen. Hell yeah. File option, configuration. Let's pop over to the config menu. Difficulty, normal. Look at that. See? It ain't difficult. Arm 1, Arm 2, move manipulator, speed up. Ooh. Speed down, gun pod select, gun pod select. Okay. I can work with all of those. Bionicle. I bet you could make like a Bionicle of it. Ooh, that'd be really cool. I would love to get a bunch of Bionicle parts and like recreate famous mechs and shit. We're good on that one. God, this looks nice. Shoutouts to Duck Station for becoming the new like best PS1 emulator. By the way, I'm gonna just get my quick saves ready because my save state's ready because I'm just assuming any game I play on the PS1 is gonna fuck me in some way, shape, or form. You can whitemail me. What's this? Endymion FRS Mark II. Lead fighter with loadable spare gun pod. Can instantly adapt to battle conditions by switching equipped and loaded gun pods. Set weapons, machine guns, gun pods 3. Endymion and the Astrea. Mark II, Mark III. Okay. Alright, then we have the Endymion FRS Mark III. New fighter cannot load spare gun pods, but can strengthen multiple weapons in a simplified firearm system. Easy to pilot. The Astrea. Special steam-powered Steam-powered? Uses 2 gun pods simultaneously. Blue... Hi, Mr. Blue! I'm really happy to see you! What did Blue do? What did Blue do? What happened? No! I don't want to go in the jar! I've been so good today! Kind of sounds like the devil. It kind of got me thinking of the Devilman opening. Mark II, Mark III, Astrea. Special steam-powered fighter uses 2 gun pods simultaneously. Equip both gun pods differently for a myriad of fighting techniques. Let's go with the Endymion Mark II to start with. Arm selection, machine gun, and then the manipulator. Standard issue seizes gun pods from incapacitated enemies and equips them. Okay. Bum 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 boo bum. is that German? I'm free. 70k. He's also a mod, so he technically has unlimited channel points. 2 fighters left. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and just pop a save state right here. Ooh, this music. Oh. It's very quiet, isn't it? Too human. Bum 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 bum. As always, holding it lets you shoot, but mashing it makes you shoot faster. Give me that. Oh, that's kind of cool. So I can fire out my ass. Alright, let's make sure the audio is actually on for this thing. Bum, bum, bum. Because I've been playing Final Fantasy Tactics, and that gets a bit loud at times, so I probably have it turned down. Yep, I sure do. Except 24. Alright. No, it's only you, Alex. Aww. Unlike you, I don't go floundering my points everywhere, /J. I don't do either unless funny. Join our Reddit, says Nightbot. Okay. Oh, you're creepy. Fallen. Volksgasmask Lieben. Hey, this is like a German dystopia. This is probably up your alley, TJ. No cute anime girls yet. I'll keep you posted. Cannon! Does it only fire out my backside? Oh, I can swap. I want that cannon. Give me that. Oh, that's so cool! I need a new cannon. Yeah, it's like an Ava Unit 1 horn. Oh, this is really neat. There we go. Oh, down I go. Give me that. Yeah, right? Used to live in Poland. Nightbot banned. Fescue anime girls, I'm in. German dystopia. Yeah, I used to live in Poland. We'll go ahead and save here. Save state. Game slot 1. There we go. And we'll just rotate. No, 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 human, no, no. Yeah, that is a just straight up Ava Unit 1's face. That's really cool. I love the design. Whoa, I love the design of the ship, though. It's so cute. And I get why it's called the Eye-Hander, because it has like a little hand it uses to grab things. That's super cute. What a cute robot design. I dig it. Man, Square Enix really has a passion for making cute little robot designs, because like if you ever played Final Fantasy VII, all of the corporations, all the Shenmue Corporation's robots look really silly. Like they just love they love making silly looking robots. Oh, and I love how you can just pull out the cannon though. That's really awesome. Pull out the gat. All right, we'll save here. Womp 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 womp. Human. Give me that Vulcan. I want the Vulcan cannon. Yeah, I'm Vulcan Raven now. Look at me go. Oh, this is fucking sick, man. What a cool game. What a fucking cool game. Oh, boss fight. Let's go ahead and quick save. I'm like panic saving you guys. I'd fuck that 03 Robo /J. Oh no. AV Unit 0.5, we didn't finish it. I think Ava Unit .5 is just Adam. Like, it's just, I think it's just an angel at that point. Oh, that wasn't a pickup. Whoopsie. So yeah, I think it's one-hit kill. Like, it's one hit and you die. Look at this. Final Fantasy Tactics, Ace Combat. My save state screen is a fucking mess on this emulator. What happens, wait, what happens if I load a fucking... What happens if I load a Final Fantasy Tactics save? Oh, it just boots up Final Fantasy Tactics. Huh. Alright then. Neat. Let's undo that load state. I guess we're trapped in Final Fantasy Tactics now. We've kind of been isekai'd. Whoops. Didn't think that would happen. Alright, load state. Here we go. That's better. Oh, it's got a radar dish. Final Fantasy Tactics stream, everyone. Yep, totally. Oh, there I go. There I go again. That one. Yep. There we go. There we go. And we're moving in. Ooh, this is really fun, actually. Not gonna lie, guys. This is really cute and fun. I love the look. The aesthetic is doing so much for me. Like, this is a PlayStation game that has aged surprisingly well. Oh, the 3D. Oh, and it's like, oh, it's going 3D now. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's rawsome. It's like Boxelios. Oh, what are you? Are you Trihander? It's Ninehander, everybody. All right, we're gonna go ahead and save in slot 1. What if the AV units talk? They don't talk much, and when they do, it's mostly just screams of horrible agony, because they know what they are. It feels good to be Vulcan Raven. Oh, shit. Get battle botted, motherfucker. Oh, shit. What do you call Ninehander after you cut off his arm? He becomes Ninehander. N-E-I-N hander. Exactly. Ghost made that same joke earlier. Oh. Is there... I gotta remember the hotkey for load state. Here we go. I tried a quick save where I think there would naturally be checkpoints, you know? Oh, I can do both? Get yourself a girl who can do both, and by that I mean get yourself a girl who can fire a minigun while blasting you in the face and then getting destroyed by a laser. Get yourself a girl who can fire 2 guns at the same time. It's important. Where did Einhander go? Oh, it took my Vulcan. Oh, wait, because I died. Let's load the game slot. Nazi Hender. Don't call it Nazi. I don't like Nazi Hender. Okay, now how do I dodge that? Okay, just hang back. Got it. I want it. Gimme. Thank you. Well, let's try that again. I would probably bind that differently, honestly. Because now what I'm having to do is like leave my thumb, leave the bottom of my thumb on X, but also hammer square while I do this. Right, that doesn't work. Alright, load that save state and try again. I'm sorry, Blue. Fuck, what did I think would happen there? That was dumb. Grab that Vulcan, Gammy. And we'll call this phase 2 of the boss fight, so we'll save here. There we go. Hi, Vulcan blasting. Hey, Hedgehog, good to see you, man. How's things? 2 steps ahead, still not picking up that sword. It's a 9-hander for a reason. Nyan-hander. Hello! Hi! This game's really fun so far. It's very, honestly, like, it's one of those games I play where it's like, it feels like it hasn't aged a day. Like, I feel like it's aged very well. Aside for its life system thing, but like most bullet hell games have that, even today. Ooh, vocals! Ooh! Good shit! Fucking vocals, like fucking rap kicking in on the soundtrack? Hell yeah! Now what I want this game to do, don't give me a mission complete screen. Ah, we did it. That was fucking sick. Okay, save. Alright, I'm saving here then. Hello, but like, God, this is really cool. I love the design for the ship too. It's like, you can tell a ship design is really good when I like instantly want to get a mini of it. Like I want to get a model of this little guy, or the like this and the R-wing. Oh, that's awesome! Let's put away the minigun for now, and it's called the Einhander because it's got this little hand thingy hanging down below it that you can use to grab weapons. The one-hander. God, that's satisfying. Just mowing them down with a Vulcan cannon. Hell yeah. This reminds me of when I played Omega Boost, where I'm just like, wow, this is really nice. They bombing me? Ooh. Big cannon. I feel like I'm flying a mech around in like the world of Final Fantasy VII. Like, oh, okay. Let's load that state, shall we? The state of it. Hi, Radiant! Only reason I can't see people using PSX is to not instantly... Oh yeah, it's like code. It's not bad. The fire rate still isn't bad if you just hold the button. It's not as good, though. That's why turbo's like a must for a lot of these games. Otherwise your hands just get tired. God, I love the Vulcan cannon. It feels so good to use. I like how it like hangs down too. Like it doesn't shoot directly ahead, so you gotta fly above enemies to use it. Just a little bit of thoughtful game design, you know? Yeah, it's flashing red because I'm getting low on, I'm actually getting quite low on ammunition. Hey, Vulcan, go brrrr. right? It's really satisfying. It's just a simple thing of like, our ship has an arm that lets you pick up a gun. My ship can hold a gun. Like, that's rad. Does this technically... Okay, so I said it was a mecha game because I thought it was a mech, but I think it still counts. Also, I'm gonna save here. This feels like the next phase of the mission. Bullet hell games are so fucking awesome and underrated. Shoutouts to Nier. Like, shoutouts to Nier for getting me into these kind of games, because I wouldn't play them otherwise. Like, because before I looked at them and I'm like, well, I don't get it. And then I played Nier and I'm like, I get it! Oh wait, can I do melee? Oh my god, I can just grab other things with the arm. Vulcan reloaded. Load state, hell yeah. Oh, that, no! Give me that cannon. Give me that, give me ammo. Thank you. Oh, he took. Oh, my arm, my Vulcan disappeared because I blew it up on accident. But yeah, I played Nier, and Nier was what actually got me into bullet hell games. It made me realize I can appreciate them. Oh, that is like a Metal Gear design. That's really good. Oh, Nier and Undertale. Nier and Undertale did it. Oh, and Fury. Nier, Undertale, and Fury. So basically a bunch of games I played all at around the same time that all had similar gimmicks. Give me your cannon. Give me your cannon. Thank you. What a cool gimmick, man. Ah, damn it! Oh, don't worry. FF14 has some stuff in mind for you. There are some... Well, you know, like in Nier when there's like 1,000,001 projectiles all at once and it goes full bullet hell? 14 does that as well. The Nier raid does that specifically. Give me that cannon. Thank you, bitch. Take that cannon. Wow, I made short work of that. The game seems to be a lot about just using the right missiles at the right time. Or using the right weapons at the right time. Because it really makes short work. Oh, God. No! I got overwhelmed. Whew. Yeah, it's fun, man. 0 fighters left. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and... Oh, I guess F1 is my load state button. Well, hey, that makes life easier. Give me the cannon, thank you. I'm gonna need that. Yep. Got booped. Got booped. Get booped. Hell yeah. Somebody boop me? Hi, Witty. Good to see you, buddy. Vulcan, my beloved. Clean these guys up with pew-pews. Clean these guys up with pew-pews. Melt this guy with missiles. There we go, he's done. Switch to the cannon and just start cutting through these guys. There we go. Hell yes. God, they die so good. He says, his voice thick with hatred for his enemy. Give me that cannon. Damn it! Feels so good, though. Give me that. There we go. Give me that. And you. I love how you can like blow chunks off your fucking armor. Like you just lose it. And I fucking love that, man. I love how like if you take damage, you just lose whatever weapon you have there. Because it's like the hitbox is detailed enough to not just kill you for it, which is very appreciated. Especially because I'm kind of bad at this. Give me your cannon, thank you. Give me that, give me you, give me the gun, thank you. Alright. Here we are. Alright, we used the pew pew laser to deal with these guys. Alright, we put an A10 gun on a wasp, we can beg forgiveness, but it still won't save you. That's kind of what this feels like. Oh man, continue. Oh, I'm fucking it up, fucking it up, fucking it up, fucking it up. No, cannon, cannon, cannon! Aw, oh, crap. That's okay. Load state, continue. Hope you guys are enjoying the quick save-a-thon, because that's what this is going to be. Oh, I love how like he reacts to the individual shots, too. It's really satisfying. Why do I keep doing this? And it's like, I know older games have life systems, and it drives me nuts, because they don't need them. They really don't. I personally think that, like, life systems are one of the very few things in games, because, like, there's a place for most mechanics in video games, but life systems are one of the only things I can think of in which I just don't like them. They're just bad, and I don't want them in my games. If I have the option to remove it, I always do. They're just better, it's just better, you're better off not having them. I'd rather have a checkpoint system any day of the week. It's just the arcade standard. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. It was the replacement for quarters. Because in the arcade you had like, you know, money was the only thing that stopped you from just playing forever. But when you owned the game, there had to be some way to stop people from beating the game instantly. And I get that, but nowadays, like, short games have value. Like, short games have more value than they ever have before with how many games exist. A game being short is a good thing. Nowadays. Or it can be, at least. Short and sweet, you know? Appreciated. Like, there are massive communities and, like, fandoms of just tiny little games. Little bitty games that just don't waste your time. Give me that. Go and save here as well. Doop-a-doo. Save state. Save state of it. Signalis, yeah, exactly. Just short games, little bitty games that don't last that long, and it's okay. So, like, personally, I just don't understand life systems because it just prolongs the game when you don't need to. Ooh, a grenade launcher? Oh, it fires backwards? That's interesting. I'm probably gonna swap that for the cannon as soon as possible. Let's get out of the line of fire, shall we? But yeah, I just don't like them, and I'd rather not have them in the game. But, like, you can't help that with older games, because older games, they didn't know better yet. Nowadays, it's like, most of the time you won't have a life system. You'll have some sort of replacement. Even things like Mario, which held on to it for a long time, way longer than they probably should have, you know, have eventually gave in, you know. Like, they started, like, making them less and less useful to the point where they removed them automatically, you know. It's like points. Points don't really have value in games anymore. They used to, but now we don't really play games like that anymore. Games for your average person are based less around high scoring and more around completion. And so, like, you're better off just making a game instead of having a life system to put some thought into your checkpoints. Make a system that's something that exists in the background that the player doesn't have to manage themselves. Like, that's the biggest downside of playing these these older games, is that I have to correct for the life system when I'm streaming them. Like, I have to reach my hand, take my hand off the controller and use an out-of-game tool to make sure that my progress isn't lost. That was embarrassing. And it gets silly after a while. But if the game had, like, an actual checkpoint system or a save mechanic, I would not have to worry about that. Like, when I played Ace Combat 3, I didn't have to do this shit. I barely did. In the beginning, I quick saved because I just assumed I'd have to, but I'm like, oh shit, I actually fucked up a lot of shit by doing that. But then there's games that just give you infinite lives to begin with, and I think that's just as bad because there's no punishment for death aside from a low score. Like, when I play, for example, let's take, for instance, that D&D game I like so much, Tower of Doom and Shadows of Mystara. There's no checkpoint system in that game, so when you die, you either restart the whole level, or you reload right where you were in a much weaker form, and I'd much rather just have the game automatically save at points where it's like, here, this counts as a checkpoint, you know? Or you can do the RPG method where you just let people save whenever. I'm okay with a bit of repetition and trying shit over and over again. I just don't want to be doing entire sections. Like, if I get to a boss, drop a checkpoint at the start of the boss fight, so that I have to, you know, do the boss over and over again until I master it. I think I'm gonna start having to use. I need to start using my weapons more, because otherwise I'm just gonna get stuck fighting those things all day. I don't want that grenade launcher, so. Oh, it just flies right past their legs. I have to line it up more. I see. Yeah, I'd rather just a good checkpoint system. Ooh, cannon makes short work of him. No, get away from me. God damn it! I'm just getting swarmed, man. There's no room. There's no room to move. Huh. There's some fine fuckery about here. Oh, he's there. And do I really need to die in one hit? Is that necessary? That seems like a bit much, don't you guys think? Alrighty. Alrighty. Eh. I think that's why re-releasing games is so important. Because, like, I am all for re-releases as long as the original spirit of the game is maintained. Like this, without the Z-Fighting textures looking as clean as it does now, released as a PC port with, like, widescreen support, so I can see slightly more behind and ahead of me, with a checkpoint system added as an optional thing you can do. Like, that's awesome, man. And that's what these older games really need, is thoughtful remastering, where people who genuinely know the game put the thought and time into to make it just a better experience, you know? A good remaster is wonderful. But, like, I don't want it to be redone, like, oh, with ultra-realistic graphics. It's like, no, man, just keep the art style. Keep the low-poly art style, but just clean it up a bit, you know? Like, one of my favorite examples of that is Ocarina of Time 3D. I think Ocarina of Time 3D is, like, the perfect remaster, where the game looks... It still has the same art style, but they change things and just make them look better. It's the same art style, just nicer, you know? And it's just... I wish we had more of that, you know? Add in more features that they couldn't have back then that make the game just better. Like gyro aiming. Like, fucking gyro aiming's the shit, man. Yeah, we need remasters. They're really nice to have. Clean the game up a bit. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna play Sister Battle in VR. Hell yeah, have fun, man. Oh, shit. Hedgehog. Oh, it's like a bomb. Okay. Yeah, I'm like inching ahead now because with the progress. Whoa. I love the weapon mechanic. It's really cool. Yeah, so it's like a bomb. I gotta actually drop it the right height, otherwise it's just a mess. Grab that, thank you. Oh, fuck you. Man, Hedgehog, you're an effective weapon. Give me that. Hedgehog the Love. Very effective weapon, you guys. Always equip him before you head out. That was really cool. Yeah, this is a really neat little game. I like it. It's very puzzly. I've never played a bullet hell where it's so puzzly, where it's like, you have 3 weapons, make use of them. More voice acting. Can't tell what he's saying, but let's go. Is it the Underminer? Underminer? I barely know her. How did I not die there? Oh. Boss melted. Holy shit. Ooh, make me a bomb too. I haven't gotten the blue bomb yet. But you guys have lots of items named after you. Like, we got the green sword from Silent Hill, which was the great knife, which I totally misread because I was sleepy. Oh, look at all the mag. Oh, you can see him launching from the fucking aircraft carrier. That's fucking sick. Ah! See, the reason why the PS1, the reason why I love the PS1 so much is it feels like a bunch of really talented... The games on the PS1 feel like a bunch of talented artists getting their hands on like really cool technology for the first time. And you just see crazy shit people do with 3D. Give me that. Oh shit. Live system, except it's a coolest meter. I like that. That was fast. Yeah, we just melted him. The hedgehog bomb is really effective. You're dropping literally thousands of Sonics. So they're just spin dashing him. That's become a trend. I think that's becoming a trend, like naming really overpowered weapons after my viewers that turn out to be like stupidly overpowered has become a trend. Of just the green sword and I one-hit every enemy in the game with this thing. Cool. What a cool little game this is, I say as I explode and die. I mean, if we finish this today, we're gonna roll straight into Friday Night Funkin' probably. Getting thunky on a Thursday night, yeah. Wait, it's Wednesday. Getting wacky on a Wednesday. Getting wumpy on a Wednesday. Getting wonky on a Wednesday night, yeah. Getting moody on a Monday. I gotta start thinking of things I could do, synonyms for that shit. Wednesday night Wumbo. Wumbology? The study of Wumbo? It's first grade, SpongeBob. Patrick, I'm sorry I doubted you. I love that that's his response. Patrick, I'm sorry I doubted you. When he's just saying nonsense. SpongeBob's the shit, man. All the cool knives being banned because Hollywood sucks. Oh, get the cast form! Yo, nice! Nice work, Blue. Cast form's sick, he has titties. Ball is coming up. Christmas ball. Cool. Need to own a sword, call it the green sword. I think it's like an oversized, like, cleaver. Or not cleaver, but like steak knife. I like the way my ship's penis flops around when I This is how Pegasuses must feel to fly. It's just dangling in the breeze, you know? Look at it. That's the fourth clip about horsecock this week. Oh, shit. Oh, damn. Wait, why is Hollywood the reason why gravity knives are banned? Oh, because I blew the head off. Damn! Man, Square Enix was really at the top of their gang back then. Yeah, see, look, it's like dangling. It's like an arm, but... God, this music's the shit! I mean, I can't think of a bullet hell that has bad music, so... Move and shoot, move and shoot. Oh, god damn, man. Let's go. I'm fucking loving this game. Like, quick save spam, quick load spamming aside, this game's fucking sick. I think I can just hold the button. Yeah, I don't need to getting wumpy on a Wednesday night, yeah. These knives are dangerous, we need to ban them. Kind of like how switchblades are, like, associated with criminals. I like how no one's acknowledging the fact that I said, oh, okay. The class gets part into teams playing football, a different type of dodgeball in the same size space. I chose to be on the dodgeball team. That's fair, man. I would have chosen that as well. I would have enjoyed that more. Then again, being able to tackle a motherfucker in a sport, like I'll be honest with you guys, I enjoyed sports whenever I played them in school. It was always fun until some tryhards started bitching at me and then I quit. But, yeah. That sounds really cool. I also love how no one acknowledged me saying the ship had a horse cock. I feel like you guys have grown a lot since we've gotten here. Everyone's like, yep, typical Alex. That's the kind of shit that he just says. Football as in football. Oh, soccer. Got it, okay. So faking injuries and... Okay. I'm kidding. I don't know. I actually really enjoy soccer as well. You know what sport wasn't fun? Baseball. Baseball sucks a bunch of shit. Anime makes it look so much fun, but it's not. This is fucking awesome, man. You moon fuckers, go back to your moon. Stay off of my Earth. Oh shit. I did surprisingly good in PE. Yeah, same here. It was, like I said, it was fun until the athletes, athletes ruined sports for me in school. Like, it was always tryhards, like people who just took it way too seriously and didn't know how to just have fun. But whenever I was competing with or against someone at my skill level, I had a great time. It's literally the same thing as competitive gaming. It's the exact same fucking thing. And it's that tryhards ruin everything. And I don't mean tryhards as in people that are good at it. It's people... Okay, I want to actually specify what I mean by tryhards, because people will say tryhard when they mean just people who are more skilled than them. When I say tryhards, I don't mean people that are more skilled than me. That's fine. In fact, that's to be expected. I suck at most of what I do. But when I say tryhards, I mean people who get upset when you mess up. Who are, like, constantly telling you how to play, constantly throwing a fit. Like, soccer was the worst because you can accidentally kick the ball into your own goal. And I did that once, and that's all it takes is once for me to never want to play again. Yeah, sweeping the leg. I'm cool with the full... I'm okay with shin-kicking soccer. I'm okay with shin-kicking, slide-tackling soccer. That's fine. I'm okay with having soccer as a contact sport. Unless you're, like, intentionally aiming kicks to the shins. But, like, getting scuffed up, getting beat up a bit while playing soccer, that's fine. It's when you have 10 men your age all yelling at you and calling you a loser, where I just drop it. Because the problem with PE classes is that it's similar to quick play in any game that has a competitive mode, is that competitive people use it as their opportunity to practice. They don't go, this is the time just to goof off and have fun. They use it as practice time. Which it's not. I'm not here for that. Sports and PE is just for funsies. Yeah, I love that if you blow up the cockpit, it'll crash because you killed the people inside. That's great. Slide tackling is great. I have pulled off some really cool stuff while slide tackling. Like, just sweeping out the legs of the guy underneath me to kick the ball. Like, I loved full contact soccer. Nowadays, I probably feel less good about it because every injury would last. But when I was a kid, I'd, like, fuck up my leg or my arm, and by the time I got home, it would have healed. So, basketball, you ain't got no reason to be hitting nobody. Unless you're, like, you're allowed to push and throw elbows. It's like, if we're doing that, then fine. If everyone can do that, then everyone can do that, but most of the time, basketball is more about dexterity and finesse, not bludgeoning your opponent. And I'd assume that's the case most of the time. I think it's like any game, really. It's just, you sit down and everyone agrees on how it's played, and then we decide. Because, like, the gym teacher would often go no slide tackling, but then we'd all do it anyway because we wanted to slide tackle. Because it was an effective means of getting the ball, and it was fun. I genuinely regret not doing more sports when I was younger, but it was the social ostracization and the general mistreatment I got from other people. I quit playing sports because I didn't like hanging out with jocks. I played basketball in 5th grade and was damn good at it. If I would have pursued it, I probably would have had a lot of fun. But it's because I was constantly being pressured to practice and train. My stepdad, whenever he saw me doing anything at home besides practicing for my basketball, he'd bitch at me. He just wanted me to no-life it, and I'm like, I don't want to do that, man. I got other things. Like, I'd love to get some tennis balls and rackets and play on the court with Vea sometime. It'd be kind of messy, but it always is when you start. I'll talk to Vea about it, see if she'd be interested. Golf's really fun, too. Golf is a lot of fun. Both mini golf and regular-sized golf. Look out, mini golf. I'm regular golf. Yeah, exactly. Goku. Absolutely. Like, that's me. I'm like, I don't want to say I'm Goku, but, like, I like to do competitive or skill-based things purely for the sake of doing them and proving that I can. Like, well, that's why I'll still play harder games on the channel. Because, like, with Icy, I kind of rage quit, but, like, that was because I don't think that game was actually meant for that difficulty. It was the setback that killed me. I'm like, all right, I don't have an issue with the difficulty. I have an issue with the punishment for failure. Same with this. I love how difficult this is. If this had a proper checkpoint system, I'd probably like it a lot more. But yeah, Goku's a lot. Like the inherent desire to push yourself further and like get better at things is immensely valuable. That's why I love it when people are at. Okay, this is a weird thing to be in love with, but I've been watching a lot of. Typically, you'll have like really laid back characters in stories that'll play an instrument, but they're not going to want to be in. They're not trying to be in a band. They're not trying to get famous, and they're not trying to impress girls. They just play it for the sake of themselves playing it because they want to enjoy something and get better at it. And that's the same thing with me. One of the times I had to do it alone because everyone else on my team ditched, so now I'm training reaction time. Hell yeah. You gotta fucking... You're like, leave Christmas to me. No, there is... that's one of the great things about MMOs. Like, honestly, what I love about them is I'm not trying to rise up a ranking. I'm just trying to be the best samurai slash ninja slash dark knight slash whatever tank I am, or whatever class I am. I'm trying to be the best I can be. Purely for its own sake. Ooh, shit. Let's see. There we go. All right, we're gonna load once we get in there and the fight actually starts. But yeah, I love a challenge. Yeah, the moment where I can actually start damaging the boss, that's when I'll That's when I'll save. Alright. Here we go. That was tight. Tight, tight, tight. Yeah. Goodbye, arm. I too have an arm. It's a weird dick arm. Dickos. You're just pulling my dick. Oh, yeah. I cannot tell you guys how good this feels to play. Though it is my job, probably, to tell you how good this feels to fucking, Ooh. Yeah! The music, man. So good. Fletchling now is not the time. Just pulling my dick. You mean dickos? God, I love Game Feel. Whoa, shit! I'll save it phase 2. Phase 2, here we go. Maybe I didn't put out the damage I needed. All right, lunch break's coming up. Is this what be quad hander? Or what's the word for 4? The German word for 4. Hedgehog, give me that. You're up, buddy. Save that for when I need it. Let's save here. Good shit. Ooh, it's Evil Eye. I like that. Oh. God damn, man. That's some video games right there.
Artificial satellite space is monitored ahead. Based on high energy reaction, it is assumed to be an enemy supply base.
Oh, I didn't beat the boss. It got away. That's interesting. I wonder if there's multiple endings. Save state. So sad. Nyeh. Give me the wasp. Give me the wasp. Got it. Can I have that flamethrower? Oh, it's being lowered on like a string. That's interesting. Oh. Alright. What do you have to train, Blue? I wish I could just, like, fly through his cord to cut it. Ah, damn it. Worth a try. I was like, can I just cut his fucking strands and make them drop? Also aim with the ball. Yeah. All right. Are any other people training or so? Because if no one else is, oh, I got a sword, the blue sword. Great. Gimme. Blue sword immediately got me killed. I should probably use these wasps now that I got them and shouldn't just hoard them, huh? I love how you can just blow it apart piece by piece. Give me that. Give me that. Ah, crap. Yeah, so you'll have a crazy advantage. Alright, fair enough. Makes sense to me. Gotta train harder. Well, that was awesome. I should probably try and do that again next time. I guess so, yeah. Alright. The blue training arc begins. Blow off his gun. There he goes. Come on. Ah, give me that shit. That's mine now, bitch. You get out of here, you fucking broken husk of a man. Right. I don't know why the spider pit's fucking me up so much. Oh, there goes your cockpit. me that. Thank you. Steel Series aim training set. That'll do it. Give me that. We're just gonna keep save stating, honestly. Just gonna keep slowly making our way through here. Give me that. Damn it. Ah. All right. Let's try that again. God, Square Enix was really at the top of their fucking game back then, weren't they? Like, I love this era of Square. They're like kicking ass and taking names. Like, look at this shit. This is crazy cool. Some crazy cool shit. Man, they really just did it, didn't they? They're really him. I'm really doing this. I'm really him. Flip the whole brick into an empire. Stop playing with me. I'm him. I've always been him. I will continue to be him. Oh, shit, there I go. I'm no longer him. Fuck you. Oh, that was awesome. Oh, they're using those things to, like, reflect the beams. How the fuck did I just lock in? By that I mean locking yourself in your room. Can't escape. You have no choice to lock in when you're locked inside your own home. I just love how casually it feels like he's murdering me with these rockets. There's gotta be a better spot to sit. Yeah, there we go. That's awesome. Save state, state 1. Wow, this is fucking sick. Look at it go. Look at it, it just killed me. Look at it kill me. I love how fast the movement is too. It's very, very speedy and precise, without there having to be a boost, even though there is one. Good lord. I love how just casually this boss has murdered me. It's like it's goofing around with me. It's like, wee! I'm getting goofed on over here. What a fucking awesome boss. What a crazy cool boss fight. Look how dynamic he is. Doing all kinds of crazy shit. The animation in this game is just fucking awesome. Let's make sure we save, huh? Fucking laser that chases you like a snake. Ah! Ah! Get away, bitch! Ah! Fuck you. Oh, it's Spider-Bot! My old nemesis. Damn you, Sheldon. Sorry guys, I'm kind of locking in right now. Oh, fuck this. Oh, his legs are all fucked up. This is fucking awesome, man. This boss is so fucking cool. Oh, man. It's like a support vehicle. Yeah. Yeah! Hell yeah. Look at my weird fucked up arm, bitch! Let's save here just in case he does a stupid bullshit move and just kills me. Alex wins. How you guys doing in chat? Guys are pretty quiet. Are you guys liking the stream so far? I know I've been pretty quiet. This game's pretty hard though, so I've just been kind of locked in my room, locked into my room. Should I be able to switch sides? Like, flip my aim to the other side of the screen? This kind of feels like Fantasy Zone, in a way. But Opa Opa can fire in both directions. I love this thing with the fucking energy blade just sticking out of the wall, like, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. At least this one makes sense, like you can imagine he was there beforehand with the grabber. Alright, and there we are. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at it all spilling out. That's fucking awesome. Oh, wow. No, I died. I just like how it just starts puking out all the mechs it had in it. That's sick, man. I'm loving this shit. This game's super cool. It's very creative. I think that's the word I'd use to describe it. Like, it really feels like this facility is pulling out all the stops to get you and stop you from your attack. I wonder why we're attacking, too. I should probably give the manual a read after this. Ah, damn it. Give it another shot. Oh, it just threw it. Oh, God, yeah, that was that. It just fell down the fucking corridor. God, Squaresoft really was unstoppable back then, huh? I wish I could show you me locking in, but the file size too big. That's fair. That's what this stream pretty much has been. What do those do, is what I'm wondering. Like, can they act as projectiles, I think, that affect me, but only me. Me too. It's been really it's been a treat. He has not been able to get me a single time with that sword. Poor guy. Yeah. It's a nice thing to have in the background. I feel that, I feel that. As long as it's lurkable material, that's good for me. No, they got me. He finally got me with his lightsaber. Oh, my alarm's about to go off. That can't be right. Hold on, what did that see? Oh, 1:45. Okay. If that was at 10:45, I was be like, what the fuck? What the hell? I started that early? I love that I can just stop their projectiles, too. Alright, here we go. There it goes. Yeah, he just starts throwing, he just starts vomiting enemies. That's fucking awesome. Born to die. Because, like, that's... Oh, God, that's just... I don't even... Do I need to explain why this is cool? Just, like, they're putting so much thought into how these things work. And how they would get destroyed, you know? Like, you blow the cockpit off a ship, the ship goes down. Can I fly into you? Nope. Answers that question. It's like when you shoot a barnacle in Half-Life and how all of its stuff just bleh, onto the ground. And I am really fucking up this facility. That was really funny. Let's grab what we can. Riot? Oh, cool, we got Riot, huh? Oh, ooh, it's a fucking, let's grab something else besides this. Give me that, thank you. Oh, yes. Give me that save, give me that save, give me that save. Oh, I lost my cannon? That sucks. Railguns are so sick. That is nothing. They're gonna spill out, yeah. Little things like that to show that they care. That thing catches me every time. I've also always been interested in fictional tech. Yeah, I just for me it's about like there's a word for it. What was it called? I think it's not shandification, but it's basically it's a word that shows that people put thought into how something actually works. And for me, when an artist does that, that's one of my favorite things. When an artist doesn't just go do this because it's cool, but like actually thinks about how it would function and how it works. I've always loved that sort of thing. Like The Matrix is one of my favorite examples of it. Verisimilitude, that's the word. Yeah, like The Matrix is one of my favorite examples because of the whole of how it like puts thoughts into what would be required for a computer system of this size to function, and how like when you see the Matrix, it's like city-sized server towers because of the level of power it would consume. What else? Oh yeah, fucking the whole glitch in the Matrix idea. The idea that like doesn't matter how futuristic, no matter how advanced your computer simulation is, you're still going to have glitches. Such a smart concept that I wish more things would give thought to, you know? It shows a level of care, and I always really appreciate it. Or like Titans and Attack on Titan. The fact that they like create immense amounts of heat, even though because it's basically just forming a giant person, but the amount of body heat that a person that large would need to function would be enough to ignite the air. I think it's just called passion. It's representative of passion, I can say that much. I'm gonna keep this grenade. I know I can tell when it's lacking. Like, for instance, Ready Player One's one of my favorite instances of how little... Like, they don't give much thought into how all of that actually functions and how it would work in a realistic setting. Because it's more about referencing a lot of stuff and, like, making a story about nerdy characters going on an adventure. And that's where the passion is. The passion's still there, it's just not... It's not versimilified or whatever. They didn't give any thought into how that world would actually work or function. Sword Art, another good example of just you have a really cool setting, but what does the author dedicate his time to? He dedicates his time to making a main character that people can not relate to, but project themselves onto, and making him as powerful as humanly possible. That's the whole point of Sword Art, is that Kirito is awesome, and that you really wish you were him. Don't you wish you could be this guy, is the whole point of Sword Art. Yeah, absolutely. But there's like different levels of passion when it comes to a magic system. Like you could have something like, let's say, JoJo, where stands, they just work because they do. Because the story's not about how those stands work, it's not about how that magic functions, it's about what's done with it, you know? Whereas something like Arcane or Final Fantasy XIV puts a lot of time into explaining how magic works. Because specifically huge parts of the story are reliant on you understanding how it works. Arcane especially. Like Arcane is... Magic is treated like the way that nuclear energy is treated in something like Fallout or Chernobyl, where it's like, you need to know how this works in order for you to understand what's at stake. Game's a bit loud. Why would the creator make the game? I don't know, I forgot. Yeah, for real. Oh, like robots. You know what's a great... if you do not want to put thought into how your machines work, or into how your magic or any sort of technology functions, just have your characters not know. Like, a good example would be Gurren Lagann. Gurren Lagann is a setting in which they are digging up giant robots from a time where Earth was hyper-advanced. How do the robots work? Nobody knows. All we know is that they make use of passion. They're powered by They're powered by emotion and feeling and faith. Similar to how orc technology functions. And so as long as you believe in yourself and have confidence, you can use the machine. You don't need to know how to pilot it or train or learn anything. Because it just functions how it functions. And that's not the point of the story. Ava, on the other hand, is a similar thing where it's like with something like Ava or Gurren Lagann, you have to, or Ava or sorry, Ava's very different, but Ava or Gundam, where it's like, here's a book, main character, read it. And there are things about the mech that we need to understand, like for example, Gundams, the reactors inside their machines, the Minovsky reactors produce what are known as Minovsky particles that jam radar. Why does that matter? Well, that matters because that means you can't use homing missiles on a Gundam or on a mobile suit. You have to aim your weapon specifically, meaning that mobile suits a lot of times will go into melee combat because it's easier to guarantee a hit that way, even though it's riskier. Yeah, most isekais are just like, magic is magic. Fire, like explosion magic in Konosuba is explosion magic. Water magic is water magic. What can water magic do? It can heal, and it can shoot into water. Explosion magic explodes. Yeah. But yeah, it's all about what you want to flesh out. What do you want to put time into? What do you want to be the thing that people remember? Something about an enemy that just walks through you is very, it's very funny to me. Problem, like, I don't really even know what the problem with these isekai is, honestly. Like, because isekai is one of those things where, I gotta talk about this, your genre does not matter nearly as much as you think. You can tell any kind of story in any kind of setting, but isekais just really like to tell the same stories over and over and over and over again. See, for me, I think a good strength... So, you remember the early episodes of Sword Art? I still... And it's sad, because I feel like when we're doing the whole trapped in an MMO thing, if we're not willing to go outside of anime and pick, like, I don't know, like Amazing Digital Circus or Mog World for your isekai option, but if you're talking just anime isekai, I feel like Sword Art Online Season 1 really nailed it. For, like, at least conceptually it nailed it, but it just focused on the wrong shit. Like, the first few episodes were like, all right, we have our setting, a bunch of people are trapped in an MMO, where if you die in the game, you die in real life. We have this character named Kirito. He's a bit sketchy. He has a clear advantage over other people, which makes him interesting to follow, as long as he doesn't become super duper overpowered. Let's follow him on different adventures where he meets new people. So, like, you have the one about the girl trying to bring her dragon back to life. How it, like, and that's an interesting idea of, like, in a setting in which this is actually your life. What happens when you get way too attached to an in-game item, like a mount or a pet? You know, like, she's willing to die to return to life in a bot, pretty much. Like, is she stupid for that? Maybe, but at the same time, it's like a kind of thing that might actually happen. Dealing with a gang of player killers, people who have genuinely become murderers just by playing a game, not due to any faults of their own, but due to the circumstances of the game itself and how one can benefit from killing other players. Like, I think Laughing Coffin's a really interesting idea. I was talking about that earlier in the stream, about how Laughing Coffin is actually a really cool concept, and I really like it how they keep showing up in later parts, because it's just the idea of, like, this game made these people into murderers. It's actually interesting to see these people who are like, yeah, all that matters at the end of the day is it good? And the problem with Sword Art is instead of telling these little short stories which examine the setting as a sci-fi setting and actually think about like, I mean, I think Amazing Digital Circus does a much better job at that anyway. But like, instead of like thinking, what would it be like in this situation or that situation, or like faking a murder, or like there was a whole episode that was a murder mystery. That was interesting. A whole episode about Laughing Coffin, a whole episode about that girl trying to like get her dragon back. So like, what happens when you build up an emotional attachment to something that isn't real, you know? Like, we don't need to know the mechanics of Sword Art completely. We just need them to be consistent when we see them. What was the other one? But the problem with Sword Art is that it isn't about that. It's about how Kirito is the coolest and his dick is so big, you guys. And when you watch Kirito, you feel like you could be like him and you project onto this character because the entire story is about upholding a projection fantasy. That's all it is. It's about how Kirito is a stand-in for any nerdy, lonely viewers who spend way too much time playing MMOs. And it's about how in this world, he's the coolest and the biggest and the strongest. And he's so cool, you guys. And it's just lame. Like, him being overpowered is not a big deal. I mean, you can have really good stories about overpowered characters. I mean, most good stories are about overpowered characters or people that are more capable than other people in some way, shape, or form. But just Sword Art is only about that. It's wish fulfillment completely, top to bottom. Like, season 1 of Sword Art is Kirito is the coolest, biggest, strongest guy ever. And he gets a cool, big, strong girlfriend who goes from a really powerful character to a damsel in distress. And just gets worse and worse, man. Sword Art sucks. Anyway, just laughing about this dumb bullshit. Live system accepted the coolness meet. Okay, yeah, I'm just reading all the shit you guys posted. Scroll. As the last remaining member. But yeah, I just wish that I just think that if you're going to make a story, try to focus on what's interesting, both to yourself and to other people. And sometimes people focus on the wrong thing. I don't particularly dig military stories that are about how cool war is. I think if you're going to tell a story about war, your story should not be about, oh, this guy is so cool and he's so good at war. What a badass. Like, that's lame. Even something like 40K, which people look at that and they go, oh, he's so good at war. What a badass. It's like, well, there's more to it than that. That's almost always, if that's the point of a 40K story, it's almost always lampshading more complex concepts, you know? Like Doom, for instance, is an example of that being a pure power fantasy, but it's because it's a video game, it gets away with it. War should not be portrayed positively. As somebody who loves stories about war should not be portrayed positively. Almost ever. That's why Fire Emblem got on my nerves. Like, Fire Emblem's like such a sanitized version of war, and that's why I liked how in the newer game, the first thing we see is some lady stabbing a guy to death, and I'm like, yeah, I'm checking out the clip. What you got? Is it about me talking about how Kirito's dick is so big? That's funny. His what? Might be. Alright, I'm trying to watch it right now, but it's taking a minute to load. And the coolest, and his dick is so big, you guys. And yep, that's about right. Is what? It's a power fantasy. Anyway, I gotta get up and actually take my break. I can't just sit here and, like, not do that. I'm gonna go get an apple and drink a Gatorade. BRB. Howdy, partner. Hey, Fox. I'm back. Hello, hello. All my apples have gone bad, so I'm drinking orange juice. Funny turn of events, huh? Yo, nice work, man. Floatil escapes. You got rubber bands for your braces. Nice. What color are they? Oh, hell yeah, cowboy hat. But, Blue, I admire your desire to do a cool magic system, and that's really great and all. But remember that one of the best things you can do for storytelling, the most important thing, I would argue, is to make likable characters that make likable characters and tell a story about them. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, characters are the only thing that's real about a story. These are fake worlds that don't actually exist, and the most important thing is for people to have something to relate to in your story. Like, that's why people even love terrible stories, because as long as they relate to somebody, as long as they see themselves represented, as long as they feel understood in some way by a story, is the most important thing. And the sheriff trip, alright. Nice! Ooh, hell yeah, monk. Of course, of course. Mm-hmm. E. Yeah, if you're just playing around with your setting, that's great too. I do that all the time. Yeah, absolutely. Don't have any friends. Vea's listening to Vea's sleeping in the bedroom, and she's got Adventure Time playing. I should get up and go take my break, but there are video games to play. Let's check my DMs. It's not shuffling these tracks. Oh, it is, okay. Alright, cool. Set it play, I guess. Ba 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 bum ba 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 bum. I love Snowbell City. Yeah. And another thing you can do for fun is simply to develop a setting. or pick a pre-developed setting and tell your own stories. Like, fan fiction doesn't always have to be this big, because like I think a lot of people have a love for the epic story. They want to make a big, long, super important story about a character that goes on an adventure, you know, or characters they like going on adventures and meeting all the people from the story in a way that makes it feel like they were there with them. You know, it's all about wish fulfillment. I think a really cool thing that you can do just for funsies is write little stories in other settings, in other people's settings, that does not interfere with those people's stories. So, like, I'll give an example. Chrono Trigger. Let's say I wanted to write a story about a random monster in Chrono Trigger living through all the ages. Like, let's say it's a monster from Chrono Trigger that we know has a long lifespan, and talk about his struggles to survive, him working under different people, have him give different perspectives, and maybe by the end he's this super wise old creature who has a greater understanding of the world than anyone there, you know? Just some random little goblin guy from the first forest in the game who the party runs away from. And because he's left alive, he's able to, you know, abandon his post and kind of gain a deeper understanding of the world. And he just grows old and wise, and he helps other monsters find a path in life. And he's just in some corner of the world that Chrono and the party never get to. And hey, it doesn't even have to be Chrono Trigger. You could do that with any game or RPG. But I just chose Chrono Trigger because it's just what I had on the brain. Especially because of the time travel thing, where like the game is about going through different ages, you know? Mm-hmm. Of the interior you only see at the end. But yeah, I just like that kind of thing. I think that kind of fan fiction needs to be... This is the same song. Should move that from the list. I don't know, that kind of fan fiction should be more popular, in my opinion. Betrayed character. Yeah, totally. I mean, that's ultimately how tabletop writing goes. People write, they make their OC and they tell a story about them. So, like, a good example of a betrayed character that kind of ties into what you're saying is Drizzt Do'Urden. He is a drow, a dark elf in the D&D setting of the Forgotten Realms. Before we learned about Drizzt, we didn't know much about the dark elves. Drizzt is special because he's an actually morally good dark elf character, and you get a taste for, like, when you read his story, you learn a lot about drow society. The first page of the first Drizzt story is him being born, is a lady giving birth to twins, and the first twin is male, and the mom says, cool, throw that one into the fire to power up the other one. And so she fucking sacrifices this infant, and it's the first thing she does in the story, and you just get a taste for how little life is valued in Menzoberranzan. And so his little story, this one character story, managed to inform an entire setting and help define it. Same thing goes for, like, the Eisenhorn books. We learned so much about the Inquisition in 40K from the Eisenhorn novels. Just all you need is a little story to add a bit to your setting, and that's something you can do. You may have it all written down, but you don't need to tell anybody. Just remember what you wrote down and define what you've written through your stories. Pokemon, another good example. Like, Pokemon fanfiction. Like, honestly, I know people are weirded out by the Pokemon leaks. I read them. Those are the single most interesting pieces of Pokemon storytelling we have ever received. It tells you so much about the fucking setting and the world and what Pokemon actually are. They're not animals, they're fucking yokai. They've always been yokai, and it makes so much more sense now that we understand that. If you read, like, Japanese mythology and then read the Pokemon leaks that came out recently, of, like, it syncs together so well. The weird sexual undertones, the hyperviolence, under and overtones in the case of Typhlosion. It's just... It helps you understand the settings so much better than any of the games have, because it tells the right stories. Yeah, the Typhlosion thing. The idea of nature and how, like, basically in a because Pokemon's one of the very few examples of a utopia. Like, it's like Star Trek, where the setting is all about, the initial setting is a utopia, and the stories that come out of it are about things threatening the status quo. We'll listen to the Weezer song on the next break, so stick around. Was that? No, I don't think that was fake, was it? Pokemon leaks. I could have swore those were real. Even if they weren't, regardless if they were real or not. Anyway, I'm not picking up anything on that. Pokemon Typhlosion. Let's just do Typhlosion leak. Yeah, I'm not finding anything about it being AI. Oh, may have been inspired by Japanese folklore. Well, no shit. Yeah, if you read it. Weird lore. Yeah, I'm not finding anything about it being faked. I think it was legit. Regardless if it's legit or not, all storytelling is fake. All fiction is fiction. So if a piece of fan fiction makes a story better, it's canon. And that's always my take on the matter. Quality is always canon, no matter what. Alright, let's get in there, guys. Let's play some more Einhander. And hopefully this time I can beat the boss, because I've been fucking dying to him over and over again. Ah, fuck me. Right back to it. I feel like I should save here. All right. One of my favorite quotes I've ever read in a book is at the beginning of Whatever Happened to Truth, Justice, and the American Way, which is a brilliant Superman comic. But the very first thing is said is, this story is fictional, aren't they all? The idea that, like, who cares if a story fits with canon or not, as long as it's good. I've always been a fan of that, personally. I don't know when that started. I think that started with me being a Fallout fan, as just Bethesda continued to add more crap to the canon and remove good shit. I'm just like, I don't care if you don't say it's not canon. It's canon to me. You're dead. Alex wins. But also...
Secret order. Security system broke down. Code 9234. Order the following operation. Find the nuclear reactor in the enemy base and destroy it.
Oh no. Are we about to do a horrible thing? But yeah, I guess I could say no matter what tips I give you guys about writing or anything creative, remember two things. One, I never done nothing like that before. I don't know shit. I just know what I personally like. And that quality is king. If you make the most unconventional, weird shit, Like if you like Blue, if you just make a fucking textbook about magic that people love and that you love, then it doesn't matter what I say. If it has no characters at all, quality is king. In fact, that could be a really interesting storytelling idea of just make a tome about how magic works. That's like produced as if in universe by the characters, and have it act more as like a historical document / science book. Leave little clues about how the world works and who characters are. Write little short stories in it that never actually get fully elaborated upon. Oh, hell yeah, TJ, I'm glad. Like, just, Oh, I forgot to save after I beat the boss. Whoopsie. But yeah, like, so quality is king. But if you just wanted to write a fucking magical textbook, you could totally do that. And just, yeah, like, put little short stories and anecdotes in there about things that happened with different kinds of magic to help reinforce rules, you know?
Top secret order. Security system broke down. Code 9234. Order the following operation. Find the nuclear reactor in the enemy base.
Like, you could totally just do that. Nothing can stop you. And so, like, ultimately, no matter what you do, as long as you enjoy it and as long as people enjoy it, the more people who enjoy what you make, the better. Yeah. The more joy that your story brings to the world, the better. With small stories. Yeah, totally. I would read the fuck out of that. That sounds really awesome. Like, here, let me give you an example. This is a... Also, guys, yeah, we're going to get sidetracked. This is a School of the Cat stream. What did you expect? I keep saying that as if any of you guys have a problem with it, but you don't ever say you do. I know I'm just nervous that you would. So here's an example. Let's see if it's still here. It still exists. Hell yeah. So let's just pop on display capture real quick. Boop. And turn off game capture. Boop. So this is a book called Dragonology. This entire book is just a book all about dragons. Complete book of dragons. It just teaches you all kinds of shit about dragons. You could just make... Or Wizardology. Same thing goes here. It's just the Book of the Secrets of Merlin. Actually, I think I might buy these. These are really cool. There's 17 of these damn things. But no, it's just concept books where you just go. But you could also... This is about, like, more about dragons as a fictional concept. What you could do is just be like the Book of Mystics or whatever you call wizards in your world. And they open it, and everything in the book is internally consistently written as if it was in the world. Oh, hell yeah, they were great. Fictional little mini stories can do a lot for your setting. You could have like Lord of the Rings does this. Like old copies of Lord of the Rings where you open it up and it's like J.R.R. Tolkien talking as if he's a character in that world. He's like, hey, here's a bunch of story. Here's a bunch of historical documents I discovered. I've translated them and changed the names from the Middle Earth language to English so that you can all understand it. And that could be the first page is you going, hey, I made this crazy discovery. I found this book in a cave somewhere. I found these scrolls in a cave somewhere or at like a pawn shop. It talks about some other world. I managed to translate them. I couldn't read them at first, but as I spent more time with them, they seemed to turn into words I could understand right before my eyes, and I started writing them down, and I compiled them into this book. And you could even have like a thing about, you could even like write about your fictional death or whatever, but basically a way of saying like, this is not of this world. And then the rest of the story could be about that. Don't ever take any time to explain things for us to understand them. Or you could even leave like little writer notes, be like, hey, they talk about the town of Vindhurst here, but that town does not exist on Earth. I can't find anything about it. It gets mentioned several other times. Here's what I've been able to figure out. Here's where, like, just a little thing, like just a little page that reads like on Vindhurst, and it's just your notes on this town that's mentioned. Just ideas like that, where you don't really need to tell one big epic story to get your cool ideas across. You can just start with your cool ideas and let little stories and concepts grow out of it organically. Now to wishlist every book in this series, because these are fucking awesome. Oh, and they're also like leather-bound, hardcover shit. But yeah, I really like the books in Neverwinter. I genuinely like them. They're super cool. Oh, they got one on wizards. They got one on pirates, mythology, monsters, spies, more things on mythology, dinosaurs. That's just D&D. I think these are just kind of all thrown together. I don't think these are actually a series, now that I look at these. Nightology, ghostology. Very fun shit. But yeah, just... there's different ways you could organically do what you're doing. You could even make a website on it. Yeah, that was the one I read that I really liked was about a quest. It was the canon version of a quest from Lost Mines of Phandelver, or it's not from Lost Mines of Phandelver, but that specific book eventually became a full quest, became a full D&D adventure later on that the players could experience themselves. It was super cool. Yeah, the notebook idea, absolutely. Blue. You could even do like a blog. You could be like, hey, I found some... you could even like ARG it. You could make it a website. That'd be a really good idea. Making a fucking like website or an ARG. Be like, hey, does anyone know what this might be? I need help crowdsourcing this and figuring it out, and leave little clues and just ARG the fuck out of it. And then eventually at the end you're like, all right, guys, I compiled everything into a big book you can go buy on Amazon. Assuming that, of course, it gets the groundswell that you want it to, because I'm sure there's 1,000,001 ARGs all vying for people's attentions now. I'm being stupid. I was stupid again. I forgot to quick save. I got distracted by the ologies. Yeah, that too. Those can do a really good job of telling little mini stories, little audio logs, in-game graffiti, Chicago Bob. People still fucking talk about like Chicago Bob. I think. I still think about him, almost like Backrooms or something. Yeah.
Find the nuclear reactor in the enemy base and destroy it.
You never know where your art's going to come from. You never know where your art's going to come from. It's not always sitting down and being like, I'm going to make a big epic. Because the whole, like, The Hobbit came from J.R.R. Tolkien Lord of the Rings came from J.R.R. Tolkien wanting to write a book he could read to his kids. The other one that comes to mind is Warhammer. Warhammer is one of the, like, most well-written or well-defined fantasy settings I've ever played. Or been a part of, or read or played or seen or anything. And that came to be because a couple of dudes just needed something to write on the back of a box for plastic miniatures they were selling for D&D. They were selling a bunch of minis to be used for D&D, and they needed something to write on the back of the box. And eventually people became like fans of the characters they made, like on their own, even though they were just intended to be used in other games. And so they then wrote a rulebook for the game that they handed out as a pamphlet. Like the first Warhammer rulebook was like a fucking 2-page pamphlet on how to play with your Warhammer minis. Give me that. Give me that too. Oh shit, I thought he dropped it. Mysticology. Or you could like look into what like actual historical, like the kind of styling is like an actual historical document has. Like go for something that would make sense for this world, you know? Or however you want to do it. I'm just saying what I would personally do. Or I think would be really cool. But yeah, it's all about getting that idea across and having fun with it. You can do anything. Because like a lot of the most popular things started with someone just being like, nah, I'm gonna do it, even though you're telling me it's a terrible idea. And a lot of ones are just people just kind of stumbling into it, you know. The people who made Warhammer were like living in a van outside of the first shop that ever sold D&D, outside of Gary Gygax's shop, because they were broke, and they're just like, fuck it, I guess we could do something to make some money, and they made little miniatures that they then sold, and then eventually that became 40K. Fucking D&D started as like just a fantasy themed war game because none of it existed at the time. Like, it didn't start as an RPG. It was originally made for like strategic battles. Who did the I want to know who did the music for this game. This is really good. It's like, this is kind of creepy and atmospheric, but very different. God fucking damn it! I just want to get through here. You bastards. D&D, yeah. Dungeons and Dragons got its start as just like, what if we could take these old medieval war games and add a bit of spice to them, you know? Started as a game called Chainmail, which was all about simulating fantasy battles. It was a game much more like Warhammer is today. That's why the history of art can be so fascinating, because you never know, like, what motivated people to do what. Alright, that's a good idea. Made by a guy that played a battle game with his friends. Yeah. That'd be a cool idea. Also, especially if the art's like of lower quality, like just to be like, apologize, I'm no artist and I lack the money to hire one. Which, you are an artist, but that'd be a great way to undersell yourself, you know? And then over time, as you improve illustrating it, it would give people a more complete image of what it looks like. It's like, this is one of the creatures I saw, and you just draw something very simple and strange that provokes the mind to think and fill in the blanks, you know? As long as people can get immersed and, like, put themselves into your story, that's the important part. Fucking god damn it, man! Can I get a break, please? Can I just win? Yeah, totally. Or you can talk about how, like, the notes were harder to read because they were burnt up. Oh, here's an idea. It's like, above is draw. I copied one of the magical runes for fire above, and there's just a fucking hole burnt through the page. And then you flip it over, and the hole's still there, and it, like, blocks off an important piece of text. You're like, and his name was, as you can tell, I was very frightened because of, and then it's still blank. And then you keep working through it. Because it's like, I went ahead and copied down one of these magical fire runes. There's just a fucking hole. Burnt through the page. So close. Yeah, just like it's written as if the writer had no idea it would happen, which I love the idea of. It's just it could even write like a note like, "Hey, I'm sorry. I couldn't copy it down. I tried." And that could be the case for all the runes, really. Like just emulating different kinds of damage. Like, what would it look like if lightning struck a book? Or like, it's like, oh hey, I opened a portal spell. It kind of functions like a hole through reality, and there's just a very clean hole cut through the page. A different idea. But I feel like that's a gag that's a joke you can only do a few times. Because that does sound like a gag. It's a representative of the setting, but it's also funny. There's just like, on the next page, I actually was able to summon this creature into reality. And then you turn the page, and it's like, here's the best description I could get of it. Here's the best look I could get of it before it attacked me. And it's just like kind of a shadowy, shitty-looking picture, like a shitty-looking photograph. I'm sorry, this was all I could get. It smashed my phone. Instead, here are the list of injuries it gave me. And just have them like... You could even just have it be like a ridiculous number of injuries, too. Like I'm summoning an imp. Here's what the imp did. I'm not summoning any more demons. Fuck this. Author's, translator's note, yeah. I mean, honestly, the idea of just like an amateur modern-day writer or journalist discovering an other world and trying to tap into all of its secrets in a story about that would make for an interesting... would be interesting in and of itself. Shit. Give me that. Fucking hell, I just can't breathe in this area. Just gonna inch ahead on this one. For any of you who think that this looks easy, this is a one-hit kill game. It's old-fashioned bullet hell rules. Like that, see? Like, the lightsaber helps, but... Oh, hell yeah, I'll take that gun! That's great. What a great idea. Fucking shit. That's great. There are, if you know the true names of demons, you can send them back to the warp. It isn't good for you, by the way, doing any kind of thing. Any kind of thing that requires you to touch the warp with your mind is probably not good for you, and so Psychers are far more effective at it, but Inquisitors and Grey Knights specifically like to learn the true names of demons so that they can easily send them back to the warp. Oh, okay, cool. So it was just an act of faith then. Hell yeah. One fucking word. Yeah, probably some demon slur that the Emperor loved. I was thinking about something, and it just occurred to me. We've learned that the Emperor's faith-based miracles, the miracles as they're called, which are just Emperor worshipping psychic powers that people who worship the Emperor can use, are immune to blanks. So like Celestine, who is a emperor, basically a god emperor demon host, is immune. Can like be in the pariah nexus without having to worry about her ship being destroyed. She's immune to blanks. She's immune to pariahs. And it got me thinking, like, is the reason that works is because the Emperor is a psyker? Because I was thinking, like, no other god in the setting is a human, is like an actual living being that actually exists free of the warp. Because in order to access like the miracles of Korn or Tzeentch or Slaanesh, or the powers of Korn or Tzeentch or Slaanesh, you have to send your mind into the warp as a psyker to draw upon their power. But the Emperor exists in real space. So is the idea that like his domain is Holy Terra? There is no domain for the Emperor within the warp? It's interesting to think about. That would explain why he's immune to blanks, because like it doesn't matter if you can't access the warp from that area when you don't need to be a psyker to use the Emperor's miracles. Though I imagine being you know what, actually, now that I think about it, yeah, none of the sisters aren't psychic. They're like probably like more like cultists. They're more like chaos cultists who don't start as psychic but become psychic because the demons are just there in reality, and you don't need enough psychic potential to call upon them. Yeah, he is, but he's a very powerful psyker. And not to mention, people worship him as a god, which is how gods form in the warp. So like Korn, Slaanesh, Tzeentch, and Nurgle all happened because enough people worshipped them, or believed in the concepts that they represent, you know. In the world of 40k, gods are made, not born. The Emperor is a weird exception, though, because the Emperor started as a man, and he started as a psychic man, a very powerful psychic human. However, over time, this idea of who the Emperor is kind of came to be. It is most likely that the Emperor himself was not enhanced at all, and was simply just a very powerful sorcerer. There are scenes where Primarchs visit the Golden Throne after... Jesus Christ, can I get a break, please? After he is interned in it, after he's made into the Corpse Emperor, where he's just... They're like, man, he's a bit small, isn't he? Because he was never Primarch-sized, he was never enhanced, he was just a normal human who used his ability to change his appearance, which he does very often, to make people think that he was bigger than he was. Kind of sad if you think about it. Because that giant gold man that you see is probably not what he looked like at all. He probably just looked like a very old human. Like I don't think he's enhanced whatsoever. Yeah, well, no, he's not, well, I mean, in the beginning he wasn't actually a corpse, but over time he's become a corpse. Basically, the chair he's sitting in is called the Golden Throne, and it's both keeping him alive and allowing him to channel his psychic power across the galaxy. Something he can't turn off, by the way. The Astronomicon, which is another name for the Golden Throne, forces him to basically exist and live. His existence is nightmarish. It's not great. He probably very much would like to die, but sadly he cannot. And because people have been worshiping him as a god for so long, which is specifically something he did not request, he did not wish to be worshipped as a god, he has basically become another chaos god because so many humans worship him. But the difference is that he's still alive. So it's weird. This is like one of our only examples of that. The only other example we could probably have might be like Gazgul Thraka, who is another living deity in the setting, who has actually been influenced by the thoughts and feelings of others. Oh no. Oh no, I just saved myself dying. Can I undo that? Can I undo that save state? How far back is it going to set me? Oh, fuck that. Shit. But yeah, he's this is Induct Station. Okay. Well, fuck it. Guess I just gotta live with my mistake. No! All that progress, man. I'd like to finish a game without dropping it, please. I do not like this section. Come on, die, you piece of shit! Fuck me. Alright. I think I'm good. That's Einhander, everybody. Hope you had a good time. I'm, yep. Yep. It was a fun game. Fun game. How close was I to the end? That's what I'm curious about. First off, Einhander Infinite Lives cheat, because holy shit. Yep. Yep. No infinite lives. Joker command. They're Game Shark codes. Yippee. Alrighty. Fair enough. Let's exit without saving. Well, this stream has been a bit chaotic. I hope you guys are having a good time. We're going to go ahead and switch over to our next game on the list, which is, let's take a look at the poll. I believe it's Friday Night Funkin', but I am unsure. Let's take a look. I mean, I could just go back to Icy, but I don't want to. Not in the fucking mood. Alrighty then. Oh, shit. Games, Friday Night Funkin' Online. All right. All right. Let's get this set up. First off, it's going to be a Chrome capture, which is interesting. There we are. Stand by. I wonder if this will show, Lamau. I hope it does well. Let's go ahead and end the YouTube stream and end the VOD. Call it